All right, what's going on, guys? My name is SJ Plumpton, and welcome to our Tradehouse overview. Now, if you're live on here tonight, welcome, all right? If you've come across this recording, it seems you guys are searching for a viable way to learn how to trade and invest into the financial markets. Maybe you guys are just jumping on and seeing if trading is actually a legitimate opportunity and a viable skill set to learn. Right now, I am not going to take up too much of your time tonight, but I do want to make sure that you get a very thorough understanding of this industry and what we do here within our incredible education platform and Tradehouse Australia. Now, I have an incredible woman on the call with me today who I'm going to introduce very shortly. But for now, let's go over some basics. All right, now Forex. It is short for foreign exchange. It is the largest, most liquid financial market in the world, turning over between $6 and $7 trillion a day. To get some perspective on that, the stock market is about 200 billion, okay? So it's significantly larger. Now, if you have traveled overseas, bought something online from overseas, you have essentially participated in a Forex transaction. So just like stocks, you can trade currencies based upon what you think its value is or where it's headed. But the big difference with Forex is that you can trade up or down just as easy, meaning you can make money in the rise and the fall of currencies. It is a 24-hour day, 5.5 day a week market. There's 4 trading time zones around the globe. So we've got Tokyo, the Sydney session, London, and New York. So there really is opportunity for you to make money any time of the day. Perfect for a side hustle if you work a 9 till 5. All right, so 5 years ago, I made the best decision. All right, I was broke, I was skeptical, and those two things combined are extremely dangerous. All right, so when I say broke, I mean disconnection notices on my bills kind of broke. I was working as a subcontractor for a company and none of us got paid. The company got shut down, but honestly, like, that's a story for another time. You guys are here to learn how to trade, but my point is, if I didn't change something about the situation that I was in, nothing was ever going to get better for me. Okay, so let's get to it. 5 years ago, I went down the YouTube and Google rabbit hole seeking mentors on how to trade, right? I was learning from books, every guru online, and let's just say I put it on the back burner because I didn't know who to listen to. Everyone was a guru, everyone had the secret sauce. I had invested into an auto trader and got severely burned. You know, everyone had a different trading style. I had no guidance. I had no one to ask questions to if I needed help. No mentorship, etc. But in 2016, a friend of mine introduced me to this platform. So in my 5 years of being in this industry, I've been extremely fortunate, but it didn't come without sacrifice. Okay, I was able to quit my 9 till 5 toxic job. I became a full-time carer for my mom. I built a really big, beautiful home. I've traveled, and I literally work from anywhere I want with my laptop and my phone. All right. I've been able to help over 220 personal students get started in this industry and this company and make either side income or have then gone on to be full-time traders. Now, something I must emphasize here is this is strictly education. Okay. This isn't some bot algorithm style trading platform. This is the largest financial education platform in the world. When I first started, I was working in a retail store in Brisbane. Fast forward to September 2016, I was able to quit my full-time job. I then went full-time trading and building an online business. Now, results aren't typical and I make no income claims, right? But if you're like Jenna, who's on the call with me tonight, and myself, then you're going to be a unicorn, because what we do and how we teach, you're not going to find that anywhere except here. Okay, you're not going to find it on Google. You're not going to find it on YouTube. What I mean by that is we teach institutional concepts. Now, technically, we're still retail traders because we are, just trading for individual purposes. But one thing I didn't understand when I first started trading back in the day was market participants. All right. Now, 95% of this market are made up of retail traders, which is basically, every Tom, Dick, and Harry in their homes trying to get a piece of that $7 trillion a day pie. The 5% that are remaining are from the institutions. However, depending on where you get your info from, the banks, the big institutions, all of the big guys, they account from anywhere from 64 to 92% of the market share in total. So going off those numbers, it doesn't make sense to be doing what retail traders are doing, because the institutions are the market, right? You see, guys, there's this massive game going on. And the retail traders, they don't know the rules of the game. And most of them don't even know that there is a game being played. People are trading, investing, they're not successful, right? Maybe they're losing, maybe they're not losing, but they're not making any real money. And the reason for that is because we need to be thinking like the banks, and they're thinking and trading like retail traders. Okay, so if we want to make some serious money in this market, like I just said, we have to be thinking and playing alongside the banks. We can't beat them, so we're going to be playing with them. So within Tradehouse Australia, in IM, we offer structured online lessons from the very basics to advanced. All right, we've had people that have had absolutely no experience, anything to do, like they're not even good at maths. Guys, I'm not good at maths. So beginners, all right, to people who have been trying to trade for years and years and years, have learned other ways and haven't been successful. They are now having breakthroughs, all right? They are now making real money. So between our interactive trade calls, our one-on-one mentorship, our support, our guidance, guys, you have the opportunity to learn a skill set for life, all right? I don't know if you guys don't really, understand this, but job security doesn't exist. All right, and I think we can all agree after this year that if you are relying on one form of income, you are one step away from poverty. And I mean that, okay? Because your future is in the hands of someone else if your income is made from your job, all right? Our platform is designed to help you develop as a person. It is there to help you develop your trading skills. That's ultimately just going to empower you to generate income and create wealth. Now, obviously, trading involves risk, but let's be real, doing nothing is also risky. Okay, that's probably riskier, thinking that you can save your way to riches. That's never going to happen. And I'm not going to say that trading is a walk in the park. Okay, but one thing we really teach is how to minimize risk and maximize profits through risk to reward. This is a skill set that should be taken seriously because it can change your life. And the reason I say that is because I am walking proof that it has changed mine, all right? I can't stress the importance of building an educational foundation before jumping in with both feet. So unless you're playing the lottery, success is not an accident, okay? Mastering any discipline, it takes desire, it takes dedication, and it takes a burning, deep burning commitment, all right? And becoming a successful trader is honestly no different. Right? Without the want, will, and the know-how, your journey into the marketplace is literally doomed before it even begins. So if you want to take your finances to the next level, if you want to learn how to invest, if you want to grow your money and get your money working hard for you, this is something you want to seriously consider, because hoping situations are going to get better isn't an effective strategy, but learning skill sets are. Now I'm going to introduce a very, very good friend of mine, Jenna Haggerty. Jenna found me online back in, I think 2018 it was. And I mean, she can tell you her own version of events, but this girl is changing lives around the world every single week, right? She's a single mom of 2 beautiful young babies. She was working a 9 to 5 corporate when she first started. And honestly, Jenna was the most time poor and financially poor person when she started this. And guys, that is why she started, all right? The earliest that she could get on the charts was 9 p.m. at night when the kids are in bed. From 9 till 12 each night, she poured time and time and time into this education. She showed up day after day. December last year, 2019, she was able to quit her job, right? She's now full-time trading, she's educating, she's mentoring, and she's now one of the most sought after trading educators in this space. So it's an honor for me to bring on one of my best friends, Jenna. She's going to be going through our incredible platform, Tradehouse Australia, IM, and she's going to be showing you how we trade the financial market. So Jenna, take it away.
Hi everyone, welcome. Thanks for jumping on. Thank you for the brilliant intro, SJ. So welcome everyone. Thanks again for your time. I will try and keep this as thorough and quick as possible. So like SJ said, a little about me. When I first started, I am a single mum of 2. And when I first started, I was working a full-time job. So, I was the definition of time poor as far as, my finances were concerned, living week to week, only living for the weekend, all of that, cliche stuff you hear. I was at a point in my life where something had to give. Like I was sick of just, living for the weekend. I only, may not even be able to have holidays or afford to go on a holiday. All of the stuff that we all grow up around as far as in the workforce. Something had to give for me. And I wanted more for myself and for my life and my kids. So it was a no-brainer for me. I'm a big believer of energy. So when I was putting that energy out, you know, one night I was scrolling on Facebook, and I came across SJ's trading story, trading journey, and all of that. Literally trolled her Facebook page like no tomorrow, and ended up just messaging her saying, help me, I want what you have. And that was it in a nutshell. And, you know, it's crazy how the world works, because now I get those same messages as far as, you know, from people asking to learn to trade and for our help. So it's crazy how if you had told me back then that this is what I'd be doing, I would have been like, that's crazy. But yeah, so that's a little about me. It all started by me just saying yes, and just being all in. So, you know, like SJ said, it's a risk not to take, it's riskier not to take risks. And I couldn't be a more firm believer of that. So enough about me. I'm going to get straight into the real good stuff. So let me just share my screen. All right. SJ, can you just let me know if you can see everything?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. So really quickly before we jump into everything, I just wanted to touch on again what SJ was saying in regards to the market participants when it comes to the foreign exchange market. I believe the foreign exchange market now is trading at $7.7 trillion a day now. It recently was 7.3. It's now around about $7.7 trillion, I believe. I could be wrong, but it's close to that anyway. So that's how much money is being moved around these markets each and every single day of the, you know, when the market is open. All right. So what we were talking about before was the market participants. Now, the main head honchos of this market that move price are these currency traders here. Most of you would know these banks. Some of you may even have accounts with these banks, all of that stuff. These are the big players. These are the ones that move price. Our retail accounts don't do anything in the markets, right? Now, continuing on from what SJ was saying in regards to how we teach institutional trading and trading with the banks and getting in on their moves is exactly what we do. Now, you've got to think about it logically with retail trading as a whole, quote unquote, retail trading as a whole. People that come on to YouTube and Google how to trade and how to do all of this in the foreign exchange market, you're going to come up with free education, aren't you? 100%. Free education is free for a reason. You become a target in the markets to these guys because they want to induce retail and then take them out, right? So with that being said, how we teach is the opposite. So there's a saying, observe the masses and do the opposite. And that's exactly what we do. And that's exactly what you learn, right? You learn, you start from the basics of knowing absolutely nothing to being able to independently trade. Now, nobody's going to guarantee your results. Nobody's going to guarantee your successes in this. That all comes down to you as an individual. But what we do guarantee is the education, mentorship, and community to be able to develop you, not only as a trader, but as a better human being all round. As you will learn very quickly when you get started, that trading is 90% psychology, 10% skill. And that is literally what has been my most favorite part about my journey, is the psychology part. So yeah, again, that's something that you will learn when you get started. So when you do get started, what happens? When you get started, we put you straight into the basics. So that literally takes you from knowing absolutely nothing about the foreign exchange market to knowing the history of Forex, what's traded in the Forex market, market participants, like I was just going over showing you on Wikipedia, broker versus trading platform, trading view, when to trade Forex, buy versus sell, what is a pip, what is a lot size, what are pending orders, bid versus ask and spread, margin and leverage, 3 types of analysis, etc., etc. It literally takes you from knowing absolutely nothing to the basics, right? So this area here, we get you to go through, and then at the end of each session, there's a question and answer section to see how you went, and you can redo this as many times as you want before moving on to the next thing, okay? The next course that we get you to jump to is the Tradehouse Bounce Back Sniper course, okay? Now this is where the juice is. This is where the sauce is. This is where you will be seeing, you know, the actual charts. I'll go over a little bit of the chart soon, but this literally takes you, again, from knowing nothing about smart money to being able to trade like the banks, okay? So it literally, I can't stress enough how much your hand is held throughout this process. It's crazy. So you've got, you know, your introduction to smart money, why we trade this way, introduction to liquidity, risk management. Like, you don't need me to read everything. You can see the length that we go to in depth to make sure you have a solid understanding, right? And then the phase 2, directional bias, structure, order flow, identifying buying opportunities, identifying selling opportunities, small time frames, all of that stuff, right? Phase 3, we talk about fear. Again, that's part of psychology. We go even more in depth into risk management, trading plans, trade management, all of that stuff. And again, some more psychology down below as well, okay? There is just so much for you to learn, and this is why we stress it is a marathon, not a sprint, all right? This journey that you start is a marathon, not a sprint. We are not expecting anyone to get through this in a week, or, you know, and become, you know, a full-time trader in a month. That's not what this is about. We really stress treat trading like a business, and it'll pay you like one. Again, that's not an income claim. It's just logic, right? You're not going to open a business and expect to make $10,000 in the first month, are you? You're going to, you know, have your business plan and go with the flow and follow along that way, right? It's the same thing with trading. So that's why we do say treat trading like a business, and it'll pay you like one, right? So again, that's the Bounce Back Sniper course. So once you get through this course, that's when we will jump on a call and get you set up on TradingView and help you get your demo account set up as well. Where how we implement trades and input trades is on our demo, is on MetaTrader 4 or 5, personal preference on what you choose to use. But again, that's something that we will go over when you get to that point. So once you have finished the Bounce Back course and we get you set up on TradingView and your demo account sorted, you won't ever start trading with live money. You will always start on a demo account, and we recommend, obviously, when you start seeing consistency in your demo account, then you can move to your live account, right? So after that, and you're ready to go and start implementing what you've learned thus far and start practicing yourself, that's when we get you to jump on Go Live, okay? Go Live is where our platform has over, I've lost count of how many educators we have, going live every day, trading live with you, educating and mentoring you in these markets, right? So as far as our Tradehouse educators, Zach McDonald is one of them. We have, where's Mike Miles? Mike Miles is another Tradehouse educator. We've got Rock Kumar, Zachary, and Jordan. Like, there's plenty. You guys will get to know these incredible humans when you get started. So yeah, just a hypothetical, just want to show you what Go Live is. So when you come to someone's Go Live channel, whichever educator you're choosing to watch, if they are live, this screen will come up and you will see their live chart, and you just click play, okay? When they're live, this chat box will be active as well, and you can actually type in, you know, hey, Zach, can you please go over that again? Or can you please repeat that? Or can you please explain what that means? Or why did you do that? And we literally interact with you live, okay? So if you miss a live session, every session is recorded. Every single session is recorded. As soon as any of the educators end their session, it comes down in here. So don't stress if you can't make a live session. You can catch up as soon as you get home and have that free time. So yeah, after that's what I wanted to go over with Go Live. I don't believe there's any Tradehouse educators live at the moment, so but that's fine. You guys get the idea. So like everything is recorded, and that's that on that. So we get you to complete the bounce back sniper course, and my recordings on Go Live as well, and then get you up to speed with our Go Live sessions of that current week to be up to date with the markets. We also have a step-by-step Tradehouse beginner's sheet, and it literally steps you through each and everything you need to go through. So this is like your Bible in the beginning. Like I said, your hand is held the whole way. So with that being said, I'm just going to jump into the charts real quick and just give you a basic breakdown of how we identify things and look at the markets. Most of you will be looking at this and thinking that it's a heart rate monitor, because I certainly did. And when I first started, I thought it was bad that the market was going down, until I found out I could make money when the market was going down as well. So again, this is all normal. It's like when you learn a new job, everything's foreign in the beginning, and then it starts to become habit. It starts to become second nature. So with that being said, we need to understand that we are wanting to trade like the banks, right? So for the banks to move price, they need to buy to sell, right? And to move price up, they need to sell to buy. Okay, so these are our institutional areas we look for to get in, because we know that the banks are in drawdown here. Drawdown just means they are in the negative. So they sacrifice capital to move the market, and then they come back up and close those orders to break even, etc., and then continue moving market in their desired direction. Don't worry if this doesn't make sense to you right now, it's completely fine. Okay, so just a hypothetical for what I'm waiting on, something I'm waiting on for Euro USD. This is a live market, European Euro against the US dollar. Okay, this is something I'm actually waiting for to trade, and I'll show you. So for me personally, I am looking to get in this area, because this area I know smart money is in drawdown. Okay, and we have also broken structure. All right, actually no, we haven't. Just soon we will break structure, which will be another confirmation for me. So I look for, I have my 4 W's that I look for, which again you will learn, but just to keep this super basic, this is an area that I'm looking to get into the market, because I know smart money is in drawdown here. It's the last time they bought up to sell off, with the anticipation of them breaking structure. Okay, this structure here, this low and this high, right? So I am waiting for that. So the anticipation, you just need to understand that trading is anticipation, right? So when I see market break structure and then start a retracement, this is an area that has my attention to look for an entry. All right. So all this is an institutional point of interest for me. Okay. And the same thing would happen for when I'm looking for a buy position. I'm looking to sell around this area. And if I was to look for a buy position, this would be where I'd be looking, because this whole area here is an institutional area. The last down candle prior to the up move. And you can see they've come straight into this area, closed their orders, and then moved up, right? So how you determine your profit, okay, if you are in a successful trade. So say for instance, your entry was here, right? This green line, okay? This mitigation play, all right? Don't worry if you don't understand what I'm saying just yet. You will, I promise. This was all foreign to me at one point. It was foreign to every single person at one point that you learn from, okay? So if you choose to get into here, right, for this buy, this is your profit, okay? So you've got 34 pips profit, right? Depending on what your lot size is, because you can have a 0.01 lot size, which is 10 cents per pip. You can have a 0.1 lot size, which is $1 per pip. You can have a 1.00 lot size, which is $10 per pip. So you guys just do the math, times that by whatever pip count you got, 35 pips, etc. Okay, so that obviously depends on your account size and risk management parameters, which we teach you. Okay, so that is how you determine your profit. If you determine you get in here and the market moves up in your desired direction and anticipated direction, where you choose to take profit obviously is up to you and analyzed by you, and that is your profit you're secured. So for me, looking to get in here as a sell, I'm looking to create further lower lows. Okay, again, don't worry if that doesn't make sense, but I'm looking to target lower. Okay, so that's just a brief explanation of, smart money moving price, because they do have to buy to sell and, sell to buy. So just an example, I just wanted to give you a clean example. So you can see how they've sold down to buy up, and you can see here how they've bought up to sell off. All right. So it's the same thing on every time frame. So again, this is something that you will learn over time. It's not going to click straight away. It's a marathon, not a sprint. All I can stress to you is trust the process. Truly, truly trust the process, because everyone was once brand new to this, and thinking, oh my goodness, am I going to understand this? And I 100% will tell you, yes, you will. If you trust the process, if you do the work and the study, you will understand it, okay? This will become second nature to you at some point. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to go over with you guys without doing too much of an information overload. I don't want you guys to get too caught up on the chart stuff, because again, that is down the line. Just wanted to give you, an example of a trade that I am actually waiting on live today, that I will be looking to participate in. So, SJ, are there any questions, or have I covered everything? I want to make sure I've covered everything before we...
Yeah, there was one in the chat box, and it was basically not really a question, but someone was saying that it looks really intimidating, and how do I know if I can do this?
Okay, so like I was just saying before, when I first started, this looked like a heart rate monitor to me. I kid you not, SJ can confirm this. I was like, whoa, what the hell is this? And because market would go down, like would sell off, I would always say to SJ, so that's bad. That's bad that it's going down. I can't tell you how long it took me to understand that it's not bad if the market is going down, because you can make money on a buy position or a sell position. Okay. It's about analyzing those buys and sells. And I just briefly showed you where I'm looking to do a sell from, because like I said, smart money, these market participants need to buy to sell and sell to buy. Okay. So I want to know where they're in drawdown. Okay. Obviously there's a lot more backstory and education behind this. It's not just, buy to sell, sell to buy. That's the only thing you need to take into account. Everything you will learn, guys, everything you will learn. There are other confirmations that I use, that we use in Tradehouse as a whole. Okay. It's all in here. Everything is in here. Everything is in these sessions. Okay. Everything is in here. Okay. So for you to sit there and say and question whether you can do it shouldn't even be a question. It's all gonna come down to a matter of when you get that breakthrough, and that's in your time and on your time. Nobody else's. The worst thing you could do is compare your journey to anybody else's and how quick someone else is picking it up compared to you, because you need to understand it's a marathon, not a sprint. You will understand it if you stick it out and you trust the process. Like you have to do at a new job. You don't understand everything when you start a new job. It takes a bit of time. It takes a few months for you to pick it up, and it becomes second nature, and you can just do it without having to ask for help. Okay? It's the same thing with trading. You're learning a new skill. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's that simple. So hopefully that answered the question.
I think just on that note too, before we wrap this up, how many years, let me just start my video. If you knew that you could achieve financial freedom and time freedom in a couple of years, is that not more appealing or is that going to take you too long and you're going to stick with the job for 40 plus years? So think about this, guys. Think of it as like, this is a skill set that you are learning you're going to have for the rest of your life, right? It's going to pay you more than anything else. All right. So it's not that it's hard. I understand it may look intimidating and confusing, and it's not that it's hard. Just remember it's new. But guys, financial literacy was not taught in school. If it was, I obviously missed that class. Jenna missed that class. So in terms of like the support that you get, maybe Jenna, you could show the Discord as well. And we can go over, just to sum it up really quickly, the support that you're going to get, because obviously you get the platform and the 187 hours of live education on that every Monday, Tuesday and Thursday night, 9 p.m. You also get calls with Jenna and I, and also Mike Miles from the Tradehouse. And then we have our trading community that is just a space that is super safe. You can post your chart markups in. It's everyone learning the same way, and you can really capitalize on other people's learning experiences as well.
Yeah, I'll show that now. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. So guys, this is just another part of the whole Tradehouse experience. This is the community. So this is our Tradehouse Australia chat, and this is obviously the main Tradehouse chat as well. So Tradehouse Australia is just a branch from Tradehouse LLC as a whole. We've got multiple extended branches from worldwide. So if you don't think if you're on this call and you're in another country or whatever the case, if you're in New Zealand or UK or things like that, that you have to be in Australia to be in Tradehouse Australia. That's not the case. It's just I'm in Australia, so I founded Tradehouse Australia. So with that being said, I just wanted to make that clear because I know we might have people from another country, which would be amazing. So with that being said, this is the trading chat. We have so much in here. We've done our best to literally make it as welcoming as possible and structured as possible. So this is our main trading chat where we drop our markups, we give feedback. You can see Ash here. I'm looking within these areas, but we'll see. Ruben talking about a trade that he executed on gold. Just things like that, like all support and feedback, etc. We then have our general chat where it doesn't necessarily have to be about trading. This is a chat I created that I like for people to get to know each other and make friends and talk about things and they might be struggling with, or just to make new friends and get around the community. So then we also have our personal development tab, which is probably the most important tab in my opinion out of this whole chat. Because like I said before, trading is 90% psychology, 10% skill. Then we've got, like SJ was just saying, our Tuesday mindset calls, key recordings, all of this stuff. Like there's just so much stuff. We've got reflection charts where I drop charts of, examples of trades that have played out to help train your eye. You can see here, like I showed you previously on the actual live chart, I wanted to show people in a screenshot of a sell to buy scenario. So the last up candle before the down move, again, they're in drawdown here. I anticipated a sell. We got that reaction and sold off. We had this last down candle prior to the up move, got this reaction, and then the market bought up. Okay, so they were in drawdown here and they were in drawdown here. All right, obviously, again, you will learn everything and all the additional confirmations needed to enter those trades. That's just something really simple that I wanted to show you. So I do reflection charts. We do reflection charts just to show people, again, to train their eyes, and people can ask questions, etc. So that's the Discord. And then the main Tradehouse chat, which is a bit more busier just because it's all the trade houses combined, has a similar setup. General chat, beginner chat, trading chat. We also drop trade ideas in these areas here. If people choose to take them, that's completely up to them. And yeah, so that's basically the community as a whole. You can see we all link, drop our Instagrams, connect with each other, make new friends, assist people with personal development, good things that are brain food, all of that stuff. So that's basically the chats in a nutshell. It's one of my favorite parts about Tradehouse, just the community as a whole. And yeah, I think that's it. I think we've covered everything, SJ.
I think so too.
Sorry, I'll stop stirring my screen.
Awesome, everyone. Well, thank you so much for that beautiful overview, Jenna. Now, everyone, thank you so much for getting on this call tonight. Thank you for watching. If you do catch the replay, you know where to find Jenna and I. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram as well. Get back to the person who has brought you onto this call. If you're finding this on YouTube, send us a message on Instagram. We would love to connect with you. We would love to help you start learning this skill set the right way. All right. Thank you, everyone, so much for your time. Talk to you soon.